Okay, hello guys. So, this is really quick, just 3 tips. The first one here is going to be showing you how to steal some of the, or at least most of the items in Sanctuary. Anything that is not nailed down to the ground, you can steal here. I said Sanctuary, I meant Diamond City, my bad. I'm going to edit that in the video, but... yeah, so right here by Dr. Sun's office, as you guys can see, there's this little area where it leads to a cellar. Anything that you can pick up and move, you can just toss over there by that cellar. Surgery cellar is called. So I'm just gonna show you guys here. I'm just picking up that thing. I'm pretty sure it's worth aluminum. Come over here and I could just, drop down over there in the stockpile. And just show you guys again. I can pick up any item I want that isn't nailed to the ground, basically. And you can take it over here. Anything that's not in a storage, anything that's not in a container. If you want to steal one of those things, I'm just gonna have to say good luck to you to that. Sorry, I don't really know how to steal those items. I'm gonna doubt it's completely impossible to not turn everybody hostile when you want to steal those items. But anything you want to steal from any of the shops that aren't in like bags or boxes, anything like that, you can totally take. You'll see. I took most of the things that gave me aluminum because I was looking for them here. I just picked up the cigar box, just mostly to show you guys again. You could just take anything that you can pick up, and you drop it over here in the corner. You go on as the far right corner, depending on how you look. You turn it off. Sometimes your companions want to get in the way. I was debating what to do here with McCready for a second, but I said, just screw him. Just push him over. And you see, when I'm in this corner, I turn off my light, and it almost always goes hidden. I would recommend quick saving, just in case, though. So when you're stealing these items, nobody can see you unless somebody walks by. But most of the time, it doesn't happen, so you should be good here. So then you can just steal all this. You can see I'm picking up the Adderall. Not the Adderall. You get the point. And you'll see, just to prove to you guys again, a quick save afterwards. I go over, talk to this guard. You see he's not hostile to me, even though I just stole a bunch of items. So it's a good spot to go if you want to do that. Ugh. Okay. So, by the way, just so you guys know, I record this with PS4, and I just put it all in Movie Maker. So, number 2 here, how to gain quick XP in any settlement. This works in any settlement that you have a lot of wood or any material in, really, that you can build with. So, I'm doing here in Sanctuary here, I'm just showing you guys scrapping this maple tree. If you go over to the decorations, over to the wall decorations, and then going over to the paintings is the way I like to do it. So the way this game works is that every time you make an item, like, for example, here, this painting, this is going to make a lot of noise, by the way. Every time you make it, you get XP. Well, you can abuse this by just constantly making this painting over and over and over again. It only costs 5 wood to make. As you see, I can make 200 plus here. So I'm just making as many as I possibly can. And you see, getting 40 XP. I think, had like little under half a level. When I end this here with an entire level gained. Usually what I do is I go through with a new character, scrapping every piece of wood I can in Sanctuary, and then just doing this, and you can get about 6 levels off of it. Highly recommend you guys do this. But the way this works is you get XP for the more materials you spend. So technically, if you guys wanted to, you could do this with any item that you can create. Now what you want to do, though, if you're doing it my way, is you could just scrap all these paintings. So for every painting costs 5, every time you scrap it, you get 2 back. So you're only losing 3 wood every time. But in exchange, you make one of these, you get, I think, 4 XP. I mean, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good extra level. Just scrap all these paintings here, though. I mean, it's okay. It's not anything too amazing, but, it's still free XP is free XP. And I've seen a lot of other people do this a lot of more grueling ways, like locking a terminal. And, you see me going through, I'm just showing you guys all these paintings that cost 5 wood will all give you the same until you get to the 3 there. Secondly, if you wanted to do it my way, you could use any of these paintings. You can also do it with signs if you have a lot of steel, but the problem is that since they don't stack properly, you'll see me, I accidentally scrapped that, and you see all of them went in my storage, so you see right there it has 9, 7, 6 when I build them, and you have to manually place these, not getting XP because you've already made them, and then you have to scrap them again just to get the material back. I wouldn't recommend doing that for obvious reasons. But I'll show you right here. I just make a prefab right there. Bam, I get 10 XP for doing that, and I craft it back for 5 and 5 when it cost me 10 and 10. So you can use anything you want, but that's just a really fast way. And then here we have water and food. Just quickly letting you guys know really fast. So You can set up these little farms, you know, you can send your settlers to work these food areas, and they do what they do. And you can also make these giant water purifiers. And from what I believe I've heard in the past, is this only works with water purifiers and industrial water purifiers and any other kind of thing like this. It does not work with the pumps. So sadly, you can't make a pump. So here I'm just going to show myself making this really fast. They're pretty cheap to make, I believe. It just requires a generator and then the thing itself. And you'll see on the top there, I have 220 water at the moment. And I'm just making this large generator for the 10. Very finicky build system here, I hate it. But going through here, going over to the resources into the water, as you see I can make these industrial purifiers. And then each of these only producing 40 water each, but putting it together, I believe I'm making 300 water now. So the reason you want to have such a ridiculously high amount of water is because the items, as long as they're not water pumps, and the food items that your settlers are gathering, I'm not sure exactly how it works. If you go into any of these workshop type inventories, you can see there, occasionally you'll just get a lot of these items in your inventory. So what you can do is you can, you know, sell the items, you can use them, whatever you want to do. Really good if you're on hardcore difficulty. I've not played much of hardcore, but I would highly recommend trying to build a giant thing, whatever it is, as fast as possible, because wow, you have to drink so much water in there. So if you do it this way, you don't have to do that, which is good. And I don't know why I have this going on for so long. Let's just say it's to add time, and then I'll just call myself a piece of shit. But I'm just selling these waters here. I believe this character is 10 charisma, and I don't think I have any of the cap collectors or any of the perks for selling and buying yet. So you see there, the 100 and that, each one was worth 10, so just by resting for like 24 hours or however it restocks, I can get 153, each one's worth 10, so it comes out to 1,530 caps, which is a decent amount. I go ahead and I'm actually buying out Wolfgang and Trudy here. By the way, 10 charisma character is great. Not good for combat, but it's great for this utility. I actually didn't know that if you resolve this little quest peacefully, you actually get 2 merchants here, and I actually love using these 2 merchants. Almost as much as I like using my own settlers merchants. But I didn't show this, and I just wanted to mention this really fast before the end of this video. If you look into the, I believe it's the chemistry station and the cooking station, if you go all the way down to the bottom of both of the menus and you open up that menu, there's an item in each of those. I believe the chemistry station will give you 3 oil and 1 steel, but you have to be looking out for bone, is usually what you have to look out for. I don't remember what the other 3 are. I believe like one of them is purified water, which I just showed you how to easily get purified water, so you don't really have to worry about that part. I don't remember what the other 2 ingredients are to make it, but I do know that it gives you some oil. And I've personally at least had a hard time finding is the bones, which you can find from typically actually killing Deathclaws. I know that one for a fact. You can almost always, if not always, get bone off of them. What else? The cooking station. There's an item there, if you use, I want to say, I could be wrong here, I don't know the exact amounts, but you get, tomatoes, corn, mutant fruit, and I want to say purified water. And if you combine all those together with however many you need for each one, you actually, I believe, get 5 adhesive, which is super useful since it is the most common modifying piece in the whole game. And of course, as some of these catalog things show in the bottom of the loading screens, it's also the rarest, which is stupid, but that is how you get it. And like I said, I don't really know how the water and the food comes back. I just know that it does. I would recommend sleeping for 24 hours, but I'm not 100% sure if it works, or you just fast travel a bunch. So, there's 3 useful tips. That's all I have sorry. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Sorry you're looking at probably a blank screen. I don't know how Movie Maker works. I've also never really edited a video like this before. I basically just did this audio in one take in case you couldn't tell. That's why I'm a bit out of breath and heaving, is because goddamn my room's hot. But I recorded these three gameplay pieces on my PlayStation. I put them on a USB, took them over to my computer, plugged it in the USB, put them in Movie Maker. Went in Photoshop, made number 1, 2, 3, those quick little loading cards. I'm gonna put something here in the background since this is dragging on for a bit of probably nothingness, if not. And I'm recording my audio right now in Audacity. So, leave a comment, leave a like. I would especially love a comment if you guys have any ideas on how to, improve the, I believe a good word to use here is ghetto setup that I have. It is not good. I could have probably recorded 3 different audios so I wouldn't be out of breath and sweating my ass off, but I'll take a break there. Also, sorry if there's, any other quality problems. But I would love a comment, letting me know any improvements. Besides my rambling here at the end, probably not be here, but hey, I'm just going to keep this in because I don't mind it, and I don't think many people wouldn't mind just closing the video if they don't want it. So yeah, those 3 tips, really 4 tips if you want to include the other one about the adhesive and the oil. It's just sort of the way I play, I haven't seen many people talk about these, so I figured I would just show them. The third one, sort of, I have people talking about, but the other 3, not really. People don't really talk about the easy way to get adhesive and oil, and people usually don't talk about stealing the items in Sanctuary, which is kind of mind-boggling to me because of how easy it is. I'm not sure if you can steal... What am I trying to say? If you guys want to do that, a way to improve that, I would say, is to not take a companion with you, because I've noticed there's some finicky problems with the companion sometimes, like, blowing your cover, basically, when you steal an item. I have no idea what's going on there. I would also highly recommend, when you do that, if you can, upgrade the sneak skill. I believe it's 3 agility. Each one makes you hard to detect while you're sneaking. Then, of course, the obvious turn off your light and get in the corner. Also, autosave before you do it, a guard can walk by. The second thing, I don't really have anything else to add about that. You just make paintings, and you get good XP off of that. You can, like I said, if you just want to build a settlement, that also completely works. You just build any item and get XP. That's just a really fast way to waste your material, but also boost your XP. The third one... Yeah, some people have been talking about it, but not a lot. You'll randomly get the food and the water just added to your inventory. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I imagine, though, sleeping for 48 hours, fast traveling somewhere, then fast traveling back should definitely work, though, if you really need the water and food. The adhesive and oil. I would recommend you just making the crops for the adhesive, and then not worrying about the food after that, really. You can just make all of that food, and just put it all together for the adhesive, and then just ignore the rest of it. I'd highly recommend doing that. I believe that's all I have to say in this video. So, I believe I've rambled on long enough. I'm gonna end this video now. Like I said, leave a comment letting me know what else I should be doing besides just sitting here with Ace. I'm definitely adding something to this now. This is supposed to be a 9-minute, 50-second video, and now I don't know how long I've been... 14 minutes. Cool. Yep,